Good afternoon again, everyone. It's December the 20th, 2025. I've mentioned in my last video something about immigration and our population going down, and the numbers are going down for a reason. And I just found that video. I'm going to post it there in a minute of what's going on with immigration. I think it's very important to note that due to the problem of not affordable housing, and what part of the problem with the population is we don't really talk about the student population, and we have many students coming in to Canada from other countries wanting to get a great education that's provided here. But the problem with that education, not only does it cost a lot of money to get the education, there are some student residents here, but there's other student residents that cannot get on campus for these student residences, so they have to rent apartments too outside, and they're very expensive, which we cannot afford. So they're struggling. Sometimes you'll have 3, 4, or several people, students will rent a house to try and split the income, their income, so that they can have a place to live. And there's a lot of students that still cannot afford with the rent and the food prices going up, so they're left also going to the food banks, and they're draining the food banks as well. So you've got a lot of the population from all sides literally going to the food banks and starving, and it's not right for people to come over to our country and feel like they have to starve along with the rest of us because they're trying to put a roof over their heads. They're trying to just get their educations, and they haven't even got a job yet in most cases. So and they're struggling and trying to get jobs as well when we're all looking for jobs, and 2 or 3 jobs. People are taking on 2 or 3 jobs in some cases to try and support themselves. And because even if a man and his wife are working, two salaries today are not even making it. This is why we're finding ourselves in such a situation, so that the government has now had to crack down on immigration and bringing people in. It's not that we don't want the people, but this may be a long-term situation till we can get through the crisis that we're in. So it may be several years, and as our Prime Minister said, there's going to be many sacrifices that are going to have to be made, and that's understandable. I just feel that it's so important that I put this up, that it's not that we don't want people coming into the country. It's just right now we need that skilled labor, which is kind of ironic because when you look at the, we have a doctor and nurses and healthcare shortage as well. And what we're finding now is, I think I pointed it out into a previous video as well, that with what's going on in the United States, and they're just shutting down the healthcare system there. And it used to be that our people here, our citizens, used to go down to the United States to get their education in healthcare and become nurses and doctors down there. Now it's turning around that they're all wanting to come back to Canada to work, and they're the ones that are getting fast-tracked, for an example, because they're skilled labor, and it should be very easy to get them back into the country and to be able to pass what the necessary exams and paperwork and that's necessary to come in and actually be skilled labor here. So things are just flip-flopping in different ways like I've never expected. I don't think most people in a lifetime would ever think that they'd ever see what the kind of situation the world is in today. And but I know that even my grandparents said, we're lucky right now after World War II, but one day this could all backfire again. And they're absolutely correct. I mean, everybody hoped that World War II was going to be the last World War we were going to be in, but day by day, it's just looking worse and worse right now, the way things are. And so I'm going to put up that video, anyhow, on the immigration, just so everyone can see what I'm talking about and understand a bit more. And there's a lot more changes to come on the immigration as well, just to warn you. And it's stated right in the video, too, that there's more changes to come. So I'm just letting people know who are outside the country that you pretty much have to be skilled labor if you're going to even make it into the country. And we're not taking any more temporary residents, and a lot of them are going to be cut down. A lot of people are trying to bring in their grandparents and other relatives from other countries. That, unfortunately, is going to be cut down because we just do not have the resources to look after our people, and we're working on it as hard as we can. And I'm just trying to get a series of different videos as across or broad as that I can put it, so people can actually see what's actually happening here in one place, where people can have a channel that they can see, or even if I can't get all the videos, at least I'm giving a bit of an overall view of what's actually happening in our country. And I love my country. All of us love Canada, and I know Canada is well respected around the world, and I really appreciate that. And that was coming from, again, our soldiers from the Second World War. But we give it our all, and now we're suffering right now. So we have to figure out how we're going to get out of this too. So everyone, take care, be safe, watch your surroundings, and we'll talk again soon. And bye-bye.